Hello and welcome back to Push-Ups for PTSD, day 1412. Today's topic was supposed to be about how PTSD affects one's daily life, and I'll admit right now I pick a topic for the next day prior to actually researching it. Well, after researching it, I wasn't able to find anything that was significant for the topic at hand. Everything was on a peer-by-peer basis, affecting each person differently. Any overlap was broad and generalized, and there was no specifics that I could give that weren't based on an individual's own experience. This just goes to show how complex PTSD can be and is. Like all mental health issues, it is complex, and those who have it, suffer from it, live with it, need to make sure they are getting proper help. Proper, in my opinion, meaning from a doctor, therapist, and with a designated medicine if need be. Not being looked for at the bottom of a beer bottle or with hard narcotics. That being said, I don't actually have a topic for today's video, so I'm going to branch out to types of PTSD with proper definitions. First type, acute stress disorder. Acute stress disorder is also not the same as PTSD. However, acute stress disorder also occurs when a person or persons are exposed to an event that feels life-threatening. Instances such as natural disaster, loss of a loved one, unemployment, and risk of death are all associated with acute stress disorder. If left untreated, acute stress disorder will become PTSD. Like PTSD, acute stress disorder can be treated by therapy, group support, medication, and even more intensive treatments. Uncomplicated PTSD, if there is such a thing. Uncomplicated PTSD is the result of one major traumatic event as opposed to multiple events. Uncomplicated PTSD is the easiest form of PTSD to treat. Symptoms include a strong desire to avoid reminders of the trauma, nightmares or flashbacks related to the trauma, irritability or mood changes, and changes in a relationship, feelings of safety, and faith in a better future. The next type, complex PTSD. Complex or complicated PTSD is the result of multiple traumas. This type of PTSD is common in situations involving abuse or domestic violence, as well as situations of repeated exposure to war, community violence, or sudden loss. Complicated PTSD includes all of the symptoms of uncomplicated PTSD, but it does require a little more treatment. Treatment is very effective for both uncomplicated and complicated PTSD. And the final type, comorbid PTSD. Morbid PTSD is also known under the umbrella of co-occurring disorders. This term is applied when a person has more than one mental health concern and/or substance use disorder. Comorbid PTSD is highly common, as many people suffer from more than one condition at a time. Thank you for your support. Stay safe, stay strong, and most importantly, thank you for surviving.